Founder of RagingElephants.org. He has a radio show down in Houston, Texas, and he's behind these billboards that I believe y'all are on y'all's second one, I think, right now. Yeah. So yeah, let's hear more about it. Oh, third one. Okay, great. Well, let's hear from Apostle Claver, everybody.
Thank y'all, man. This is sort of like a dream come true. And to talk to the college Republicans. I'm talking with Lance. You guys know Lance Kennedy, right? Yeah. I'm talking with Lance. You guys know Eugene Cook?
Yeah.
Yeah, Eugene. And we've been trying for a while to get some sort of synergy, some sort of alliance with CR across the state of Texas. I was just down at St. Mary's literally last weekend talking with the Southern Region leadership. Nicole Heater was there. Jeffrey Tawawa announced his candidacy to be the state chairman. And how fortuitous that Mike is working with a candidate that we're working with, Marilyn Jackson, and I called Marilyn up. I said, Marilyn, look, we need to have a strategy session meeting. I'm coming back next week to Austin. Let's do it. Find out that you got a CR that's actually managing her campaign. It's like, dude, you got to come talk to the CRs, right? So, hey, you know, I'm very grateful that you guys have extended this invitation. This is something I felt has needed to be done for quite some time. This is a great opportunity for our organization, RagingElephants.org. It's a great opportunity for candidates like Mr. Shoppy, like candidate that we're trying to get elected over in HD 51, Marilyn Jackson. We were literally just 2 floors up, strategizing with other fellow CRs, being intricate players in a very important campaign that we talked about it as being a prototypical of what we can do about taking heavily Democratic districts, representative districts, senatorial districts, and be able to turn them red, turn them Republican. That's what we're all about at RagingElephants.org. You know, I have to take a differing opinion from Mr. Shoppy. I'm down there working in Sheila Jackson Lee's district right now, Al Green's district, Eddie Bernice Johnson's district, Garnett Coleman's district. We're working in Emmanuel Cleaver's district up in Kansas City, Lacey Clay's district in St. Louis. I'm going to a 5-city tour in Ohio here the next month, Prince George's County, Maryland, Baltimore City. The prevailing perception is that in these heavily Democratic districts, voting areas, that liberalism is the prevailing ideology. Walk out of this meeting tonight understanding that that is not true. The folks in what you would call heavily Democratic precincts, communities of color, are overwhelmingly conservative. The problem is that the GOP brand has too much swine excrement on it, and we got to do something about the brand off. They're conservative. You got to understand that. The problem is they don't vote the way they do. They're socially conservative. They're economically conservative. All the raw data, empirical data, points to that. The work that we're doing is telling us that despite what Gallup has produced, despite what Pew produced, their numbers are actually lower than what we're finding in the work that we're doing on a door-to-door basis. Let me give you an example. Our organization, RagingElephants.org, is designed to grow the conservative voting base, primarily through racial diversity. One of the ways that we're trying to do this is we're actually going into traditionally non-conservative Democratic voting precincts and going door to door and conducting a survey. 10 simple questions that are heavily bent towards conservative ideology. The respondents, the subjects, answer the question one of 5 ways. Strongly agree, no opinion, disagree, strongly disagree. The 10 questions range from abolition of the income tax, to abortion, to same-sex marriage, to parental choice in education, to border security, national security, ministers and pastors being able to talk about politics and politicians in church. Then we're able to give a numerical value. By giving a numerical value to each answer, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, statisticians has helped us to put a grade, a scale. When somebody answers a question, when we walk away from that door, we know that resident, where they fall on the political ideology scale. So that once the survey is taken, we know if that person is a liberal, a moderate, conservative, strong conservative. We thought that when we started this process, that if we would go into these traditionally voter of color neighborhoods, if we were able to find 40% to be conservative, we're doing good. Because we're operating on the assumption, when Mr. Shafi is saying, that a Sheila Jackson Lee district is liberal. The first time we went out there, we came back with numbers that showed that around 65% of people that we talked to, voters of color in Democratic districts, were either conservative or strongly conservative. 65%. My assumption and expectation was that as we began to further get data, talk to people, poll them, that number was eventually going to plateau, flatten out, and we have about an even bill around 62. The more people we have polled, the number has gone higher, to the point where it's hovering over 80% of the people that we have spoken to in communities of color are either conservative or strong conservative. Now, why is this important? Why are we doing this work? Why do we need your help? Because when you look at demographic trends for Travis County, for the state of Texas, and for the nation, what you have to understand is that the voter of color is gaining power. John McCain is the first candidate in presidential election history to win the white vote but lose the election. He won the white vote. But yet Barack Obama got 370 electoral college votes, over 100 more than what he needed. He got 66 million plus votes. He beat John McCain by 7 points. And McCain won the white vote. That's the first time in history. Because the demographic trajectory of this state is what the nation is going to be in the future. Caucasians are no longer the majority in the state of Texas. They only make up about 48% of the population. And that's where the nation is by the time we reach 2036 or 2042. So, if you do not attack identity politics, if you do not attack plantation politics, if you don't go after the voters of color and bring some diversity into the Republican Party, you are in trouble. The Constitution is in trouble. Liberty is in trouble. This republic is in trouble. If you think they're shutting the Constitution right now, wait till they start defecating on it, because they have absolutely no fear of what they want to do if they believe that the voter of color is going to continuously be on their side. And when you see these demographic trends nationally, and you understand that the Republican Party is 88% white,